What's going on, guys? So I'm back at home, got my fragrance haul from Perfume Online for the Black Friday sale that I shopped for. I actually did a shopping video with you guys. For those of you that didn't see it, I guess it's kind of no need to go check it out now because we're just going to go over these fragrances. But I actually have one that's kind of a double buy, a double purchase, which I'll explain at the end of the video. But we're going to give away a bottle here at the end of this video from this particular haul. And I've got a few from Paris Corner, several from Paris Corner, a cheap freebie, 50-cent power that was thrown in, and then the main event for me that I'm most excited about, Mancera Aqua Wood. We're going to go through these as quickly as we can. I'm going to be smelling them on paper, so I'm not going to get the full story, but pretty excited to check them out. Stay tuned. So first and foremost, we have Cedrat Essence Emir, the Emir line from Paris Corner. Then we have the Celestial series called Celestial, supposed to be Ganymede. Cedrat Essence is supposed to be Cedrat Boisé. Oud Satin, which is supposed to be Oud Satin Mood Eau de Parfum. I have a bottle already. We'll be giving this away at the end. And then Ministry of Oud Greatest, which is supposed to be Oud for Greatness. And last but not least, I have a tester bottle of Mancera Aqua Wood. Oh well. And before I forget, 50-cent power. So I'm going to bust all these open, and we'll check them out. All right, first and foremost, the Cedrat Boisé clone. I have smelled this one before. Shout out to my buddy Joe Roman. He sprayed it on my wrist when I saw him not that long ago. And the way I remember it is it's a little bit more zesty, fresh citrus, less fruity sweet, a little bit more musky as it dries. Love the bottle. Absolutely love the bottle. Very heavy, hefty glass. Look at the thickness of the base. Thing's like a damn weapon. Let's check out the cap. Mostly plastic, but a lot of heft. Definitely has some metal. Very, very, very heavy. Let's check the atomizer. Decent. Yeah. It's almost got like a lemon and lime type of smell to it. Very, very lovely. Let's give it a spray. Big wide mist. Does really good. Really good job on the atomizer. Cedrat Boisé. Basically budget Cedrat Boisé. So I got this for 30 bucks. Was what I paid. Was going price. So 30 bucks, because I've seen it for 55, 60 bucks, something like that on Amazon. And I was like, for a few bucks more, you can get Cedrat Boisé. There's no point in me even getting it to talk about it, because I can't recommend that to people when you get the original for just a few dollars more. Well, 30 bucks. So Kingdom Fragrance recently had this for the original Cedrat Boisé for 65. One of the probably the best price you're going to find on the internet. That's $35 more than this. I still say go with the original, but if you're on a budget and you want a similar experience, it's not the same experience. The quality's a little better with Mancera, obviously. The performance is kind of what and what. This actually is a pretty good performer from what I remember in that 7-8 hour range, which is pretty much what I get from Cedrat Boisé. The difference here, it's a little bit more mouth-watering citrus than it is sweet fruity. And like I said before, much more musky in the dry down. Clean musk overall. I would say this is every bit of 75% to 80% similar to Cedrat Boisé. Maybe even 85%. It's pretty close. And the quality's not terrible for 30 bucks. This is a great buy for 30 bucks in my opinion. But again, if you can spare the extra money to get the original, I would say get the original. Absolutely get the original. I will do a full-on comparison between the two later. Now that I have this, I'll do an individual review on this one and compare it to the original, just for argument's sake to see. But based on my early assessments on this one, like I said, this isn't the first time I smelled. It's the first time I smelled on paper, which you do get a lot of it on the paper. Fresh notes tend to really show up on the paper. It's darker notes that seem to fall flat. It's quite lovely. Like I said, it's very bright, uplifting, a little sharp and juicy. It smells really good. For 30 bucks, I think it's a great buy. Paris Corner's Emir line, Cedrat Essence. Next, we're checking the Emir Celestial line. This is supposed to be Ganymede, extrait de parfum. So, here we go. I have smelled Ganymede one time. This foam cutout's coming up. I smelled Ganymede one time with Justin a few months ago. I don't remember the scent, to be honest with you. A lot of heft here. Has, I guess, an eagle. Can't really tell what type of bird. Has this Tiffany color to it. All metal. Good design. Cap, metal. Let's check out this sprayer. See what we're working with here. Small spritzes. Smells a little strange, which is what I remember of Ganymede. Yeah, oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. It has this strange woody, fruity tone to it. Almost a little coniferous in some ways. Just different. Good different, though. Good different. Because I know Ganymede has like a cult following. And this, shoot, I think this was like $23? 20-something dollars. It wasn't super expensive. 20-something to $30 range. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it. It was cheap. And it just came out. It just recently came out. This is a new release from them. It's a little soft. It's a little bit of a floral tone that I'm getting on the paper. Now, when I say soft, I don't mean weak. I mean it's not an aggressive scent profile. The strength is definitely there. This one's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Like I said, it's got a lot going on. It smells like a lot going on. It's nice, but this is one that's a polarizing fragrance, just like Ganymede, where there's a cult following for some, and then some people can't stand it. Like when we smelled it in the video with Justin, Andre and Anthony did not like it. I did. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I liked it a good bit. I thought it was interesting. Those strange fragrances I find interesting. Almost a little, this is going to sound strange, a creaminess that almost comes across a little milky on the paper. And a little coniferous. So it's a strange one. It's definitely a strange one. Full review coming down the pipeline on this one. I have several others that I'm working on. But eventually I'll get a video out on this one. But it's definitely interesting. It reminds me of what I remember of Ganymede, about it just being strange and a lot going on. And it doesn't remind me of any one particular fragrance. But new release from Paris Corner, a clone of Ganymede called Celestial. Next, we're going with Ministry of Oud Greatness, which is supposed to be Oud for Greatness. Now, I have to say, I have a great clone from Afnan, Supremacy in Oud. So, a lot to live up to here. I don't know if it'll be able to compete, but for 23 bucks, I couldn't pass it up. It was worth a shot. Love the plate design, thickness of the glass. Once again, that juice color is gorgeous. Ministry of Oud on top. Let's see what we're working with here, ladies and gentlemen. Paris Corner on top of the atomizer, just like the other bottle. Big wide spray. That's definitely Oud for Greatness. It smells darker. Much closer to Oud for Greatness than Supremacy in Oud. Supremacy in Oud's got a lot of the saffron. It's got more of the Baccarat vibe that people kind of compare Oud for Greatness having a little bit of. Supremacy in Oud's got more of it, more of that saffron note. It still has that super mass appealing kind of sweet oud smell. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. It's better than I thought it was going to be. This was 23 bucks. On the paper, it doesn't smell too cheap and synthetic. On skin, it could, because with Oud Satin, it was definitely a cheaper smell, very powdery. My wife doesn't like Oud Satin. I like it, but she told me I just straight up smell like a bomb of a big strong dose of baby powder. This is nice though. This is better than Oud Satin. I get a little bit of the spice, and like I said, I get that sweet oud smell. A little bit of the saffron. I don't get much of a floral tone or anything like that. It's mostly this woody smell. Sweetness and woods. From my recollection, because I don't have the decant that I used to have of Oud for Greatness anymore, it seems pretty similar. Side by side, maybe Maybe there's more differences than I'm remembering here, but for 23 bucks, it's not too bad. I definitely think I still prefer Supremacy and Oud, though. Quality's great on that one. I'm actually looking at the bottle. It's on my rotation table. Supremacy and Oud, I would think, is still a better fragrance because you're going to pay like double than this, like 45, 50 bucks. You can get that. I would say just get that. Unless you need to spend less than 30. Then, yeah, this is going to be fine. I'm sure performance is going to be great on it. That seems to be the MO for this line. I'm digging it. It does smell pretty accurate to Oud for Greatness from what I remember. Definitely has its similarities to Afnan Supremacy and Oud. But that one's really, really loud. This does seem pretty strong too, but that one's also a better quality, I think. Again, not on skin, but I think it's a pretty safe bet that the better fragrance is Afnan Supremacy and Oud, but it's not too bad. Ministry of Oud, greatest. So now the little cheap freebie that they threw in, 50-cent Power. I've heard mixed things about this being a nice little gem. I've heard it's a cheap piece of crap. I think it's like $8 from them, if I remember correctly. So I don't have high hopes. I don't necessarily think this is going to be some kind of cheap hidden gem. Wow, it feels cheap. Little 50 ml. This was the free fragrance. It came with it, so let's check it out. I've never smelled it before. This is going to be my first 50-cent fragrance experience. Good atomizer. Generic soapy fragrance. Clean and fresh soapy. Nothing special here. Everything I've smelled before this is light years ahead of it. It's okay though. I get a little bit of like a lemony citrus smell, a little soap. On the paper, then again, it could open up a lot more. It would definitely open up more on skin. It's okay. Probably a gem bag fragrance. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. Fresh and clean fragrance. I'm sure it's a weaker performer. Is it an EDT? I'm sure it's an EDT. Yep, EDT spray. It smells okay. I wouldn't say it's some super cheap gem. Like, guys, for $8, you need to grab this. Nah, it's not. I'm not going to say that. Even for $8, just because it's $8 doesn't mean you should buy it. Save your $8. Now, if you got it for free with the deal, if you were one of the ones that did the Black Friday shopping, I'm sure you can find some kind of use for it. If nothing else, an air freshener in the car or something like that. You know, nothing special here. Like really, nothing special. Okay at best. Uninspired. Everything else here is so much better. Started off pretty hot because all three of the ones prior to this are pretty good. Yeah, it's okay. Now for what I think will be the main event. Aqua Wood from Mancera. This is what I was most excited to get. I went the tester route. It was $77. Look at the color of this glass. Look at that blue. Now, I've looked at the notes in the past. I want to say it's like ambery, sweet and fruity, maybe even a little smoky. I did look at the notes before I bought it. That's what I'm expecting from it. Magnetic cap. Gotta love it. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, one more. Why not? We'll do 3 sprays. I have high hopes here. At first, on the paper, a little bit of a sunscreen smell. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's changing pretty quickly. Might have just been the way the alcohol was mixing with the other stuff. It's definitely very fresh, but still a lot. I smell amber. I smell this warm amber smell. This is this very fresh, bright top. It's like a little bit of a fresh spice. Okay. This one deserves the skin. I still get a little bit of that vibe at the top, like I was saying. It's fruity, but not super sweet. And I get the incense right away. It's making it, it's a little strange. This one's a little strange. But like I said, I dig stuff like that. Because the note breakdown looked like it would be strange. It's weird. It's warm and fresh. It's kind of weird that they go together like that. That's kind of contradictory in many ways, but there's a freshness and there's indeed a warmth. And the smokiness here makes it so interesting. Whereas I feel like it's a deep fragrance that can be worn in the heat still. It doesn't come across as super aquatic. I know aqua's in the name and blue's on the bottle. I don't get much of an aquatic vibe here. A little watery, but no, I wouldn't sit here and call this some very aquatic fragrance. Maybe that's what's giving me this freshness. I don't remember that in the notes. Could be. It's powerful, though. It's very strong. I feel like this would be a good evening scent for the summer. This is definitely the most interesting fragrance in this video. The one I think I'll wear the most, I think is the better way to put it. Because the blue I'm getting here from the name and the glass is I do believe this to be a very blue fragrance in its design. And what do I mean by that exactly? So it comes across as a more interesting take on easygoing and versatile. Like there's more depth and an interesting use of a note combination while still being easy to wear. And something I think would smell great in the air that a lot of people may be drawn to. A little bit of a spiciness in the back, but it's not losing any freshness. Out of curiosity, let's pull these notes up real quick on my phone. Okay, so I got it pulled up. Citrus fruits and pear. Turkish rose, ginger. There's that fresh spice. Okay. Patchouli, amber, and frankincense. I definitely get that. Benzoin and white musk. So that's an interesting note breakdown. I mean, I'll have it on screen for you guys. I get all of the smoke from the incense. I get all of the amber that's listed. I get the amber. It did have that citrus pop at the top, and the pear explains why it's fruity but not sweet. That makes perfect sense. Fruity but not sweet. Juicy, fresh, fruity, but not sweet. And then the ginger, there's my spice. There's my fresh spice that I was trying to account for what could it be. It doesn't inherently smell like ginger to me. I really like this one. This is going to be the highest first impressions rating in the video. And let's get into those ratings. So first up, Cedrat Essence, Paris Corner, the Emir collection. This is a clone of Cedrat Boisé. It's continuing to have the essence, pun intended, of Cedrat Boisé while not being an exact carbon copy. I think this is very good. I don't think it's as good as Cedrat Boisé, but I think it's definitely a 7.5 out of 10. I think for 30 bucks, it's a good pickup for somebody that maybe you've smelled Cedrat Boisé, maybe you smelled it on a friend, or you've had a decant in the past, and even $65, $70, $75 might be a little much for you to spend right now, but you'd like to get that experience. Well, here you go. You can get this for 30 bucks. I'll have links below for all of these from Perfume Online, which is where I bought all of these. I keep wanting to go back to Aqua Wood, but yeah. It smells nice, pleasant, fresh. If anything, this is even more summer appropriate, hot weather appropriate than Cedrat Boisé because it's a little bit fresher. So 7.5 out of 10. Celestial, their clone of Ganymede. It's such a weird one, but it makes me happy to smell it. So that counts for something, right? It's got this weird creamy nature to it, like almost milky, and like I said, coniferous. It just keeps coming across that way. Maybe even a little herbal. But there's a freshness here too. It's such a strange blend. I like that about it though. This one's very good at a 7.5 out of 10. I got to get these on skin. This one especially. I got to get on skin and get some full wearing experience, kind of live in the sillage a bit so I can really see what this is all about. Because that rating is subject to change. I have a feeling it probably will go up. I don't think it'll go down. Because it's just so damn weird, but so damn good and super cheap. This is super cheap. Ministry of Oud Greatest. Oud for Greatness clone. I've got several really good to great Oud for Greatness clones. For the price, this can really stack up. If you get this for 23 bucks from PerfumeOnline.ca like I did, I think you're doing pretty well. But I mean, there's like Montagne Parfums. Theirs is a little bit pricier than this, but it's a great Oud for Greatness clone. I've been having that one for several years. Hardly wear it. And then, like I go back to Afnan Supremacy and Oud. I do think that one's better. That one got a really high rating from me, but I think this one's still very good. All I'm thinking is Oud for Greatness. It smells pretty damn close. Doesn't smell super cheap. Again, this is on a test strip, but I think it's a 7 out of 10. $23. Like I said, for $23, this is well beyond what I paid for it, and I'm sure performance is going to be stellar. It smells great. 50 Cent Power, the free fragrance, the $8 free fragrance for Black Friday. It's getting a little fruity. It reminds me of a lot of the things I wear to the gym. This is strictly going to be a gym bag fragrance. I'm going to wear it to the gym tomorrow, in fact. The day this video goes live will be my first day back at my home gym since returning. I got back from Chicago this morning at the recording of this, so nothing special here. I think it's just okay. You know, good would be a 5 and 5.5. Just okay as a 4 and 4.5. I think it's a 4.5 out of 10. It's just okay at best. There's nothing special going on here. Nothing I haven't smelled before. Nothing unique about it or inspiring. It's clean and pleasant. I'm sure it's weak, and it was free. 4.5 out of 10. Now we have Mancera's Aqua Wood, which I thought would be the highlight. I thought I was saving the best for last. I definitely was. It's going to get better than a 7.5, which has been the highest rating so far. Because this one's just so much more interesting than the rest to me. And it is also the one I sprayed on hand, but even on paper. Ooh, it's spicier on paper. Much more like earthy, the patchouli ginger dominant now on the paper. Ooh, it's pretty damn good on paper too. It's just it's a great fragrance. I think this one's great. We're going with an 8 out of 10. Not a huge bump over the others. The others are really good. But I think this is definitely the star of the show. This is probably going to be the one I'm going to want to wear first because this is fresh with depth. Fresh with depth, and I'm sure the performance is going to be good enough to cut through the cold weather I've been having lately. Highs are in the low 40s, in the 40s over here, so it's not super cold where this would just be too fresh for. I mean, you can wear whatever you want anytime, but I really dig this one. It's got a lot of body to it, some spice, some smokiness. I'm a sucker for a good incense note. You guys know I love my frankincense. This is great. 8 out of 10. Now on to the giveaway. Ministry of Oud Satin. MFK Oud Satin Mood Eau de Parfum Clone. So this one, there's vanilla, there's benzoin, there's a deep rose, and it's super, super powdery. Just know this is super, super powdery. This is 30 bucks. From PerfumeOnline.ca. I actually got a bottle from Amazon that came in. That it took a month, never moved. So I reached out to Amazon. They're like, "It's not moving. Do you want a refund?" So I took the refund. A week later, it gets shipped, and I got a bottle. So I already did a first impressions video on that. So we're gonna give this bottle away instead of returning it. Give back to you guys. So all you have to do is like this video. Make sure you subscribe to TLTG Reviews here on YouTube. And comment down below TLTG Oud Satin. Name of the fragrance. It's that easy. Continental United States only. If none of this has been followed, I have to say this because it happens in every giveaway video. I will never tell you you won some random giveaway in a comment. I will never ask you to come talk to me on Telegram. You're not going to win an iPhone from me. That's one that's been going on. You're not going to win money from me. When I'm giving away a bottle, I'm giving away this specific item, and I have this specific set of instructions. So I have to make it a point to tell you guys because a lot of you have been getting fooled by that stuff. A lot of you have been getting fooled by that because you just get excited and blinded by the idea of winning the giveaway. You get told you win the giveaway. So I've had a lot of people screenshot me conversations with these scam accounts from Telegram. So you guys are feeding into that. So that's why I'm taking a moment to tell you it's not me. It's a scam. It happens across so many of these giveaways, especially in this community. They look for the word giveaway or any kind of giveaway and they attack the comment section. So guys, I don't want that to happen to you. So Telegram, none of it. Just click. If you get a message from me, the easiest way is click the profile and go to the page, and you'll know right away if it's me or not, because it'll be some blank bullshit profile, versus where if you click my name, it's going to show my subscriber count, my bio, you're going to see my pictures, my banner, all the videos, everything. So that's the easiest way. To make sure it's me, click the name of the profile and go to the page. So now that's out the way, one more time, like this video, subscribe to TLTG Reviews, comment down below TLTG Oud Satin, continental United States only. I'll leave it open for about a week roughly. Then I'll pin the winning comment, reply to the winner's comment, and I'll have you email me at my actual email address that's in my bio, that's in my link tree, and so on. And we'll have a conversation where I'll make you verify your identity, and we'll set up shipping. It's that simple, guys. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these fragrances and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. But most importantly, good luck to everybody that enters the giveaway. Somebody's going to get this bottle. You have a good one, guys.